What if the person you've sworn to never forgive is the only one who remembers the version of yourself that existed before the world taught you to armor up? And the second chance you're resisting isn't about erasing the past, but about finally being seen well enough to outgrow it. In Same Thing, T.S. Joyce delivers a contemporary romance that transforms the second chance trope into a masterclass in emotional accountability, proving that in love stories defined by old wounds, true reconciliation requires mourning the relationship that died so the new one can breathe. This isn't merely another Exes to lovers tale with convenient misunderstandings. It's a tender, psychologically precise narrative where every shared memory feels like both landmine and lifeline. Consent is renegotiated through radical honesty rather than assumed familiarity, and healing means choosing each other not despite history, but because you've finally done the work to make history irrelevant. From the first hesitant narration, listeners are immersed in a world where nostalgia is dangerous and presence is the only true apology. Perfect for fans of emotionally intelligent romance and stories where growth happens through friction rather than fantasy, this audiobook serves up atmospheric intimacy, relentless authenticity, and protagonists whose journey from guarded strangers to sovereign partners resonates with anyone who's ever loved someone they weren't ready to keep. When event planner Lena Carter agrees to co-chair her hometown's charity gala with her former fiancé Ben Calloway, 10 years after he walked out without explanation, she expects professional endurance, not to discover his quiet evolution mirrors the parts of herself she spent a decade rebuilding in solitude. But as Lena navigates venue logistics and buried grief, she realizes this collaboration isn't about closure, it's about calibration. Joyce masterfully avoids reducing Lena to wounded heroine or Ben to redeemed hero. Instead, she crafts a relationship rooted in mutual recognition of change, where trust is earned through daily acts of accountability, and intimacy emerges from honoring who they've become rather than who they were. The audiobook narration amplifies this emotional precision, capturing Lena's disciplined composure softening into genuine receptivity, and Ben's restrained confidence revealing depths beneath polished remorse. You don't just hear their bond rekindle, you feel the seismic shift of two souls learning that love isn't found in returning to what was, but in building what could be. What elevates Same Thing beyond typical second chance fare is its nuanced portrayal of reunion as collaborative creation rather than nostalgic rescue. Lena isn't merely forgiving Ben, she's confronting how abandonment taught her to equate safety with self-reliance, challenging the notion that worth requires independence. Ben doesn't win her back through grand gestures. He creates space where her boundaries can exist without condition, honoring her autonomy even as his own walls crumble. Their relationship evolves through acts of radical reciprocity, sharing truths during late-night setup sessions that bypass performance, setting limits that protect both professional integrity and emotional safety, and defending each other from well-meaning friends who mistake reconciliation for regression. Supporting characters add vital texture, siblings whose loyalty masks concern, townspeople whose gossip reflects communal investment, even the gala venue itself rendered as living archive whose creaking floors hold echoes of past celebrations and future possibilities. Every interaction reinforces the novel's core truth. In life shaped by rupture, repair is rebellion, and presence is the only true foundation. Even the romantic mechanics serve thematic depth, with choreographed moments mirroring emotional navigation, and shared labo becoming metaphor for relational equity. For audiobook listeners, this production is pure auditory comfort with substance. The narrator embodies Lena and Ben with remarkable distinction. Lena's voice carries crisp intelligence laced with dawning softness, while Ben's low timbre trembles with suppressed warmth beneath disciplined cadence, making their chemistry palpable even during disagreements. Sound design enhances atmosphere without overwhelming intimacy. Distant hammer taps marking creative rhythm, rain against barn windows during vulnerable confessions, the clink of mismatched mugs syncing with heartbeats during quiet exchanges, all anchor emotional stakes in sensory reality. Pacing mirrors the cadence of unfolding trust, deliberate during reflection and adjustment, then accelerating as external pressures collide with internal breakthroughs. Whether you're commuting through urban chaos or unwinding in finite solitude, the audiobook creates a portable haven where slowness feels sacred and connection feels like gift. It's storytelling as embodied validation, transforming passive listening into active participation in a love story that honors both difference and devotion. Ultimately, Same Thing redefines contemporary romance by centering female agency within relational frameworks. It satisfies genre cravings for satisfying chemistry and happy endings, while delivering substantive covenantary and amid trauma, masculine tenderness, and the radical act of choosing partnership over prescription. No prior series knowledge is needed. It stands confidently as a complete emotional journey. If you've ever wondered whether love can thrive after loss, or if true strength requires embracing imperfection, this audiobook will affirm that sometimes the most powerful choice is trusting that you're enough exactly as you are now. Press play, take your mark, and prepare to believe that even in landscapes shaped by endings, hearts still find ways to begin again. Your next favorite romance isn't waiting in perfect reunions, it's waiting in the brave, trembling choice to show up as your full self.